Welcome to the Burton Ballers. Ain't got no time for no stallers, yeah.
We are the risers, we're not the fallers. Our channel is growing wider and taller.
Yeah, we're here to give you the news about your dear beloved Blues, yeah.
So if you like this YouTube channel, like, subscribe and turn on that bell.
Yeah.
What's up guys, and welcome to another edition of Burton Ballers.
Yay, you got it right this time. Burton Borders in the house. So here's another video. But before we get into the video, and before Zane does his like, subscribe bit, I would just like to talk about yesterday's video I did about Cristiano Ronaldo. And I'd just like to clear a few things up, because I've had a few things in my comment where people think I don't rate Ronaldo, and that because I said yesterday that he's not in my top 5. I'm not talking about top 5 ever. For me, if you've seen any of anyone I know who I've spoken to, Cristiano Ronaldo, I actually rate him better than Messi, because during his peak days. Because for me, Ronaldo, he tested himself in different leagues. Yeah, he played in the Premier League, he played in La Liga, and he played in Serie A. And his all-round game, I think, is better. He's strong in the air. He's more physical, athletic. Natural ability-wise, I'll say Messi. So I hope that clears it up. So Ronaldo was definitely probably the best player in the world at the time. But what I'm saying now is that at 35, I think there are better people that have now surpassed him because of his age. He's still good. He's still good at 35, but I think there's people who are just a bit better now because he's not at his peak. So that's the point I was trying to make. So anyway, in this video, we're just going to give you an update on Werner, Havertz, and and Benrahma. And also we're going to finish that with a nice story about John Terry. But before we get into the video,
better like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on all post notifications so you know when we make a video, share this video.
Yeah, okay, cool. Right, okay, so let us talk about the first story, which is Timo Werner. Before we do it, is someone joining us? Are you joining us? What's he doing? What are you doing?
Get the ball. DP, not make too much noise, we're trying to film a video here.
Mr. Arsenal is trying to disturb us here. Oh, okay.
I'm trying to make a video!
Yeah, go away, Mr. Arsenal. Right, so, Timo Werner. So, in the first story, the latest on Timo Werner is that he'll probably sign either by the end of the week or the first week in July. But the developing story in regards to him is that he's not going to be playing in the Champions League for RB Leipzig. Yeah. Why you say yeah? Yeah? You're in this video too?
I know.
So what do you think about that then?
This is good news for Chelsea.
It's good news for Chelsea, yeah, because obviously the Champions League, do you know when it's starting resuming?
21st of July.
No.
Oh yes, 14th of July.
No. It's
August.
Yeah.
22nd of August.
Yeah, it's coming back in August. So obviously Timo Werner has agreed to join Chelsea, so he doesn't want to be playing for RB Leipzig come August, does he? That doesn't make sense, because I'm not sure when the new season's going to start now, but it's probably going to be starting end of August or beginning of September.
For German?
No, the Premier League. So
I thought it was going to be June 17th.
Yeah.
End.
It ends it's going to end in July now because of the COVID, so I'm not sure when it's going to begin the new season. But so what you're seeing there is that we don't know whether, obviously we got Bayern Munich to play in the second leg, haven't we, Zane? So is Werner going to be eligible to play for Chelsea and Ziyech for that matter? we don't. But the FIFA, apparently, I'm hearing that FIFA are going to be holding a meeting to talk about the registration process. So we may, depending on the outcome, which is probably tomorrow, then I think that we may be able to have Werner and Ziyech in our squad for the second leg. So that'd be interesting. And it's just so annoying now that it's all 3-0, because we had opportunities. Even that one, remember that one by Tammy Abraham towards the end when he missed that chance. So even had we gone in at 3-1 or even 3-2 or something, or had been in the position to make it more competitive, then we could have had a game on our hands. So at 3-0 down, I think the tie is over. But stranger things have happened. We saw what happened last year, didn't we, with Liverpool, Barcelona. We saw what happened with Tottenham and Ajax. So I'm not going to be a defeatist. You know, there's still 90 minutes of football to play. So as long as we're in,
plus extra time.
Exactly. So we are, you know, all's not lost yet. So let's just go out there, give our all in the second leg. If we do have these two players to strengthen us, all the better. So it makes for an interesting second leg. And the other story is saying is Havertz. So did I get it right this time?
Yeah,
you didn't correct me. Good. As you all know on these videos now, my pronunciation of names. I do know their names. You didn't have to spell pronounce, you did pronounce it. I'm just terrible, but that's just me. You get used. You're probably used to it by now. So anyway, with the Kai for a minute. Kai Havertz story. Yeah, there were some stories coming out. Yesterday came out from. I think it was the Telegraph. He reported yesterday saying that Bayern Munich were the favourites to sign him. Yeah, but then a story came out by I can't remember the guy's name. I'll put it up on the feed here. No, there's Fulch, is the name of Fulch? Someone who writes for the Bild newspaper anyway. He said there are no clear favourites and Chelsea are still in the running. And today, Simon Johnson, who writes for The Athletic, he said that Chelsea are still very much in the run for Kai Havertz. So there's going to be lots of twists and turns regarding this story. So Kai has got a few clubs to choose from. So it's going to be probably toward another month or two before we know who he's going to actually join. So fingers crossed that he'll see us as his next destination.
But Kai has to come here.
Yeah, we need him.
Get it with Kai.
Oh, please. And we got a story about Benrahma as well. Benrahma, we did a video about Benrahma last month saying that Chelsea were in for him, and the latest is that we were in concrete talks to sign the player, and his value is, I think, it's £20 million. So that's a no-brainer, really. It's quite cheap. So he can come if he's happy to play as the fourth choice. No, he's not going to, because obviously he's coming from Brentford. So if he comes in and as a squad player, because he's not going to break into the first team straight away. So he'll come in, fight for his place. And we all know with Frank, he picks players on form, not reputation. So if he comes and he's brilliant in training, he comes into the games and starts to play good, excellent, then he may, forge his way into the team. He's got the ability. I believe he's got the ability to play for us, and it'll be fun watching him, because I really do think he's an exciting talent. Nice story to end with, Zane. I'm even getting your name now. It's wrong now. So a nice story to end with is a story about John Terry, Zane. So I'm going to give you a scenario. You're a 14-year-old and you've got I won't say Chelsea, I'll just say, because obviously you're a Chelsea supporter, say you've got Arsenal, Manchester United and Liverpool after you. Right?
Red teams.
Yeah, and this is just an example. You've got those three. I'm a Manchester United supporter, okay? Mm-hmm. And you go and visit Arsenal, you go and visit Manchester United, and you go and visit Liverpool. And as soon as you walk into Arsenal, you just have a good feeling about the club and everything else.
But how? Honestly,
This is just hypothetical. I know it's not going to happen. This is hypothetical. So, and you go in and you got a good feeling about them. But I am a Manchester United supporter, so there's no way I want you to join Liverpool. Was it Liverpool I said, or Arsenal? Arsenal, and I don't want you to join Arsenal. Would you go against my wishes, or would you follow Daddy and say, yeah, okay, then I'll sign up for Manchester United because that's the team you support?
it's just a team you support. For like, it's a team I have a feeling about. I need like to follow my feelings. Like, if I go to Manchester United, I might not get anywhere.
But would you? So if I said to you, if you're signing for them, I'm not going to go and sign. You need your father to come or a parent to come with you. So I'm not going to allow that to happen. So I'm not going to go and help you sign a contract. What would you do? Would you still sign for the club I want to do, or would you be adamant about signing for the club that you had a feeling about?
Well, if I have a feeling about it, I have a feeling about it. So I want to sign for it. If I think that's like best for my career, and I think that I'll thrive at that club.
You go there, yeah. Because the reason I'm saying that is because that's exactly what's happened to John Terry because he was Manchester United, Arsenal and Chelsea were after him at the time as a 14-year-old. So he said all three clubs put on a great charm offensive to sign him, so he was impressed with all three clubs, but he just had a feeling when he walked into Chelsea, he just thought, this is a place I want to be. And it's quite strange actually, because back then we weren't like at Cobham, we were at Cobham now with state-of-the-art training grounds, etc. Let me tell you a quick story about Chelsea's training ground back in the day, because I think Glenn Hoddle was our manager at the time. But our training ground, Zane, it was at a school. It was Harlington. We used to train at a place called Harlington, and we used to share the changing room with the school. Yeah.
Wait,
so we used to train on one of their pitches. Yeah, but sometimes we had to come out of the school because they needed it for their matches. And even when Ruud Gullit did something the other day about the state of our training ground back then. But there was something about Chelsea, something about the club that appealed to Ruud Gullit, just like it did to John Terry. So John Terry stood by his convictions, and he said to his dad, you know what, no, I'm going to be signing for Chelsea. And his dad said, no, I want you to sign for Manchester United. Don't be so silly, son. And he said, look, if you are going to go and sign for them, I'm not coming with you, and you need a parent to come with you. So what he did, he went and asked his mum to come with him, and his dad wasn't very happy that his mum decided to come with him when he signed for Chelsea. So that's what he got, and he made the right decision, didn't he? The rest is history. He's our most successful captain ever. He's had that bond with Chelsea, that close connection with the supporters. He's had a fantastic career at Chelsea. So sometimes you just need to stick with your convictions, stick with your beliefs, and you'll get the just rewards. So that's my message for you today, son. Good lesson? Yeah, okay. All right then, guys, that's it for today, and we will see you on the next video. Until then, guys,
like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on all post notifications so you know when I make a video, share this video,
yeah, okay, enjoy the sunshine and remember, football's back tomorrow.
Wait, it's June 16th?
Yeah, it's back tomorrow. It's kind of back tomorrow because Arsenal are playing, so is it football really? Probably not.
But probably just like playground.
Yeah, so we've got the football back tomorrow. Arsenal versus Manchester City and Aston Villa against Sheffield United, and we're back on Sunday, guys. So time to get excited, guys, and let's get ready for that season for the season to resume. Project Restart is on its way. So take care. Bye bye.